no, I'm not depressed. I'm just wondering how long it's gonna take Marvel to get the sole rights back from Sony. This is Venom. When Eddie Brock acquires the powers of a symbiote, he will have to release his alter ego, Venom, to save his life. And right off the bat, this movie is whelming. It's mediocrity at its best. But in our current movie trend of superhero saturation, it brings nothing new to the table. It's so middle of the road, it's gonna vote independent in 2020. Is it as bad as the reviews say? No. Is it the worst superhero movie ever? No. Tom Hardy's fine. Michelle Williams is fine. Man, I'm really bored by this movie. The problems are the movie takes too long to finally get to fully formed Venom. And then when it happens, that's when the movie falls apart. The fight scenes before he's fully formed were really awesome and creative. And all the fight scenes and all the scenes that Venom are in, it's really fast and sometimes the camera work's a little shoddy and you can't really see what's going on. Probably to obtain a PG-13 rating. I really like the villain played by Riz Ahmed. He's a cold sociopathic billionaire that lets nothing stand in his way. I'm just glad those people don't exist in real life. The thing that I really liked about him was that he thought he was doing the right thing and he pretty much went to whatever lengths to get whatever it was accomplished and pretty much just looked at people as chess pieces. But then at the end of the movie, he gets a symbiote and then we get a fight scene between a dark gray symbiote and a black Venom at night. And they're all gooey and enveloping each other and you can't tell what the hell is going on. It's just horrible, unwatchable, unseeable CGI that would probably make Michael Bay blush. The only part that I actually liked was when they both lose their symbiote costumes and it's just a human Tom Hardy and a human Ahmed having like this wonky fight scene because it's between two humans and not two demonic lava lamps. And some of the reviews are saying that this movie kind of reminds them of like Daredevil or Catwoman, and I really don't get that. There's only one part that kind of reminded me of that, and it was this bike chase scene that was happening where Tom Hardy's on this motorcycle, and you know, he's getting chased by the bad guys and everything, and I couldn't help but notice there was like this crappy rock soundtrack in the background that sounded like it was straight out of 2003. I wouldn't be surprised if on the soundtrack it was like a member of Papa Roach or Evanescence. There was other stuff I did like. I did like the conversations that Tom Hardy would have with Venom, and it was kind of like this Jekyll and Hyde thing where like Venom was in his head and he would like talk to himself and everything, and people would kind of just get confused around him. And call me an old softy, but I like the love story. Okay, now that's just uncalled for. And I also like the fall of Eddie Brock at the beginning, where he's kind of like this guy that does anything that he can to get a story, but then he does this one thing and it all ends up blowing up in his face and he's pretty much just dropped down to nothing. That was the one thing to me that was unique about the movie. But guys, let's talk about that awful mid-credit scene. So if you don't want it spoiled, just stop watching. But at the end of the movie, Tom Hardy goes and interviews this prisoner, and the prisoner turns out to be Woody Harrelson in an awful red Orphan Annie styled wig that they probably got from Spirit Halloween. And he just delivers his last line in the worst way possible. He's in a straitjacket and he just says, "When I get out of here, there's gonna be carnage." And that's it. And that's how you know that he's gonna be Cletus Cassidy. He's Carnage. Like, really, dude? That was the best delivery you could do? You were in Natural Born Killers, True Detective, No Country for Old Men, Friends with Benefits. Okay, that last one's a bad example, but you get my point. Plus, Woody Harrelson's old. I don't want a geriatric Carnage. I don't want a Carnage that is easily defeated because he has bad knees. Yeah, you could have had Woody Harrelson play him like 10 or 20 years ago when he was hot off the heels of Cheers. But you know what? I'm gonna go on. Here's my rating. Overall, if you want a paint-by-number superhero film, here you go. I give this movie a middle-of-the-road 2.5 out of 5 stars. Well, now it's just time to sit back and relax and watch Marvel take back the rights. Oh, son of a